Alright, I'm going to do a video and show you guys different ways that I am frugal around the house. It's random, in no specific order. I'm just going to go through. When I see something, I'm going to pick up the camera and show you guys what it is and talk a little bit about it. So, one of the things that we do is keep scraps in here. There's celery peel ends and carrot peels and onion peels and different things like that. I keep them in a bag in the freezer, and when it's time to make broth, I pull that out and make some broth. I also have an ice cube tray, which I make my own ice. I don't buy any at the store. I just make them and keep them in these little bags, and yeah, so I can use them and have ice whenever I need it. My coffee machine hasn't worked in probably 2 years. It works, like to turn on. I know it's kind of dirty, but it won't filter through there, and it's probably because of the hard water. So what we do is there's two things when it comes to the coffee maker. Number one is I reuse this filter as much as I can, and we went ahead and we bought one of these reusable filters, but I find that it makes the coffee like really greasy and that, so I keep one at the bottom and I use it as much as I can until no more coffee will filter through. So that saved us. We used to have to buy coffee filters probably every month, and now I would say a pack of coffee filters lasts probably 3 to 4 months. So that's one way. And we also boil the kettle, and I just pour the water in here and it drips down, and yeah, so I didn't have to go and replace my coffee machine, and it works just as good, and it's actually a lot quicker this way, because I was buying coffee machines a couple times a year on account of the hard water. I just got fed up, so we kind of made our own pour over method. This is another thing that we do, the microwave, and pretty much any appliance stays unplugged if it's not being used. I just plug it in because we only use I try not to use the microwave at all. But when we do use it, it's just a matter of plugging it in, using it up real quick, and then unplugging it. And then you're not having all that power being used just to have the clock on there. Another thing that we do, these are leftovers, and we'll be having that for lunch. So eating your leftovers saves a lot of money when it comes to groceries and purchasing, having to buy all this stuff and waste and all that, because at the same time too, if you're throwing it in the garbage, that's more garbage bags and stuff that you have to buy, and I just hate the thought of throwing food out, so we eat it as leftovers. Up here you will see pickle jars and queso jars, and these was originally oregano leaves, now it's parsley. Mason jars, there's just all kinds of jars back there. I save as much as I can. If it's peanut butter jars, anything like that up there, there's a whole bunch of them. I keep them for obviously storing spices, and you can put crafts in them. The possibilities are endless. So when it comes to stuff like that, instead of recycling them, I keep them and try to find another use for them. This big bin here obviously has to go down to the recycling, but otherwise, if we wouldn't have recycled this, that would be probably 2 to 3 garbage bags worth of stuff in the garbage, in the landfill, when it could go to a recycling plant and be recycled. So we recycle, and that it saves money on garbage bags. Another thing that we do is cereal bags. I always keep my cereal bags. They make awesome storage bags for the freezer. It keeps everything fresh. And then sometimes when you go to the store and you get like produce in these little plastic bags, of course this is all taped up and I can't open it to show you one-handed, but I keep these little plastic bags, and as you guys saw, my broth, my scraps for the broth is in one of these bags, and I just reuse them, wash them out and reuse them. Another thing I do is I wash my bags. I know this is kind of tacky looking, but I have it hanging from my ceiling above my sink, and that way there, I just rewash my bags, and it saves on having to buy these sandwich bags. Now, if it comes to meat, if there was meat in them, I do throw them out, but anything else is fair game. We bottle our own water so that we don't have to buy it. We use our tap water, which is completely free because we have a well, so we might as well make use of it. So that's another way we save money. Let's see. I have a container back here. I know I should be a little more organized. I keep all my bread ties in here and bread clips or whatever, and that way there, number one, it's staying on the landfill, and number two, if I need to close something up, I can just reach up there and get one of those bread ties. Another thing that we do, we keep our grocery bags. I do not throw any grocery bags out. I use them for recycling. I use them to keep my pop bottles in when I'm going to bring them back to the store. I use them for garbages. Keep some in my car for when we go places. I can have like a little mini garbage in the car. The possibilities are endless for that as well, and it's good for stuffing. When I'm putting like breakable stuff away, let's just say for Christmas decorations, I can wrap it in a bunch of bags, and it's, you know, I don't have to go out and purchase bubble wrap or any of that stuff. Or if you're sending a parcel or a package in the mail, you can also use that as stuffing. And if you really want to be tacky, you can use it as like in a gift bag to kind of hide the gift. Or if you're going to make a basket, you can shove it in the bottom of a basket, and it kind of makes, you know, if you're going to give away like jams and stuff, it'll make the basket look a little fuller. So I never ever ever throw out my grocery bags. Another thing that we do is when it comes to like old clothes and stuff, this was like a pair of my son's pajama bottoms. I cut everything into rags as long as it's not like a jean or like a material that's not going to be good. I have them all separated. These are like snot rags. I have other ones that are for like cleaning rags. I have everything separated, and then they get washed and put into their designated areas. And yeah, so this whole bag is full. And when I was sick throughout this whole month, pretty much, this is what I was using. I went through this whole entire bag of rags. There's all different kinds in there. And it came in handy because I didn't waste money on toilet paper and Kleenex. Another big way that we save money is I make my own laundry soap. Obviously, I used to buy it. I kept these containers, and that's what I put my new stuff in. I use borax, I use washing soda, and I use bar soap, but I had used up my bar soap. And just 1 cup of borax, 1 cup of washing soda, and 1 of the bars of soap makes a big 5-gallon bucket of laundry soap. And I went through 1 bucket in about 3 months, and there's probably about 2 years worth of laundry soap in there, because with the amount of cups and all that stuff, I figured it out, and I think there's about 2 years worth of laundry soap that I'm not going to have to go out and purchase. So that right there is a huge money saver. Now another thing that I do, some people might find this gross, but to each their own. I have a bag here in the bathroom, and this is for rags. Obviously, just when I pee, that is what I use instead of wasting the toilet paper, and that has honestly cut down on the amount of toilet paper. Instead of buying a big thing once, sometimes even twice a month, I can probably go almost 3 months without having to buy toilet paper again. So that is a big, big money saver. Like I said, some people might find it gross. Whatever. I find it no different than throwing a pair of underwear in the washer. So I wait until I have enough, and then I do a little load of just this stuff, and I bleach it and all that stuff. So, and it goes right back into this bag. So that is what that is used for. So that's another money saver in our house. When I do laundry, I only do large loads, and I don't even care about separating the colors. I just throw everything in, and I haven't had a problem. So I only do large loads, and I only wash in cold water.